this is Kaylee with In-Situ. Today I'll be showing you how you can maintenance In-Situ's pH sensors. One of the great things about our pH sensors is they're refillable, which means that with just a few simple steps, you can perform your own maintenance on the sensor and extend the life of the sensor overall. So grab the supplies on the screen and let's get started. First, we'll need to remove the sensor from the instrument. Unscrew the restrictor from the sonde, and then find your pH sensor. Unscrew the set screw from the base of the sensor, and then you'll notice there's this little notch that you can use to help you remove the sensor from the instrument. Once we have the sensor out of the instrument, we'll start with a gentle cleaning. Go ahead and rinse the sensor into a waste container. You can clean the sensor with a solution of mild soap and water to help remove any residue. If any further residue remains, you can clean it according to your site needs. For crystalline deposits, soak the sensor in 5% hydrochloric acid for 10 to 30 minutes. For oil and grease, soak the sensor in methanol or isopropyl alcohol for up to an hour. For protein or biofilm, soak the sensor in 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid for up to 10 minutes. Whatever cleaning solution you've used, make sure that you rinse the sensor thoroughly with water after cleaning the instrument. You'll also want to avoid touching the glass bulb too directly with your fingers, paper towels, or anything abrasive so that you don't scratch or damage it. Inspect the glass bulb for any scratches or tears. We'll replace the filling solution inside the sensor now. In order to get to the filling solution, you'll need to remove the reference junction, which kind of looks like this flathead screw on the surface of the sensor. Use a flathead screwdriver to unscrew the reference junction. If you're just performing routine maintenance, you can save the reference junction for later. Empty the filling solution by shaking it out onto a paper towel. You may have to give it a couple shakes to get all of the solution out. Never dispose of the filling solution down the drain. Always empty it onto a paper towel and throw the paper towel in the garbage. To refill the solution, first mix the solution by inverting it gently 3 to 5 times without introducing any bubbles. It's okay if the solution is slightly cloudy, but if it's looking milky or opaque, it's time to get a bottle of fresh solution. Open the bottle of fill solution and then insert the tube into the bottom of the reservoir. And you want to fill it up while slowly removing the tube from the reservoir. Tap the sensor out to remove any bubbles. And then you'll want to even kind of overfill the reservoir slightly. Once you're done, you can reinstall the same reference junction back into the sensor. If you've noticed that there's a lot of calibration errors or you've performed this process several times, you can replace it with a fresh reference junction, which you can order from In-Situ. Always keep your fresh reference junction saturated in solution until you're ready to use it. Tighten the reference junction until it touches the sensor body, and then tighten it 1/4 turn more to secure. Blot any excess filling solution off with a paper towel, and then give the sensor one more rinse with water. Now all that's left is to reinstall the sensor back into the instrument and calibrate it. Slide the sensor into the port and then tighten the sensor set screw. Install the restrictor in calibration mode so that we can use the built-in calibration cup. Always make sure to calibrate your sensor after performing maintenance. I'll include a link in the video description if you need a refresher on the calibration process. After calibration, check the calibration report to make sure that the pH millivolt values are inside of the acceptable ranges. If any of the values are out of range, you might need to check that no air bubbles got into the sensor during the filling process or replace the reference junction. Then try your calibration again. If any of the values are still out of range, it may be time to replace your sensor. Assuming your calibration values are in range, you're ready to either store or deploy the sensor. If you're going to be storing the sensor for a while, never store it dry or in DI water. Instead, fill the restrictor halfway with storage solution and then reinstall the end cap onto the restrictor. Once you're ready to deploy, don't forget to flip the restrictor into deployment mode with the holes away from the center of the instrument. We hope you found this tutorial helpful. For more information, check out the links in the video description to access our manuals, FAQs, and more. And as always, our friendly support team is available 24/7 to assist you at 1-970-498-1500, option 2.